Yes, hi. It's still morning. Good morning. So, welcome to Zoho Connect, and we are transitioning to Zoho Connect. So, we will try to veer away from Skype and KB projects and do everything in Zoho Connect. We'll be communicating in Zoho Connect. We'll be chatting here. We can make calls here. Of course, we can plot our tasks here. And let me go through that because, of course, it's quite important for you to be able to create your task here. So I have KB projects. Of course, everybody is already familiar with KB projects. I'm no longer using it because, as I've mentioned, we are transitioning to Zoho Connect. Now, with KB projects, as you can see, there are 4 columns here. And if you are familiar on how to go about with your procedure here, it's going to be a piece of cake for you to use Zoho Connect. Now, unlike KB projects is only 4 columns. With Zoho Connect, we have, let me see, just go to my boards here. We have five columns. So when you start drafting your task, you will initially do that in Open, and then eventually you're going to be like in KB projects, you're going to be just dragging the task over to the next column until you reach completed. So that's how it is. Now, as you can see, where would you find the task? So this is my page. On the right side of the screen, you'd see feeds, channels, groups, forums, manuals, and of course your task. So you just hit on task there. If you're from feeds, if you are looking at the company wall, you go ahead and click on task right there and you'd be able to see this. Now, my task, it's self-explanatory. It's already there, although I'm not using this part, but yes, feel free to use it if you need to. Now we have private tasks. Those are that are assigned to me, and I made a test task here assigned to Karen. So that's for assigned to others. However, what are you gonna be using? There's so many tabs. Now, your team leader, for example, Elmer, would need to create a board. So let's do that. Let's click on new board here. So let me create a board for SEO. SEO board. SEO team board. Okay. Sounds, yeah. Anyway. So board description for SEO tasks. Yeah, there. And then, of course, I'm going to be adding the members. I'll put Elmer here. And I'll put Rachel. I'll put I think Rachel has 2. You got them 2 emails entered, so I think we need to remove the other one so you don't get confused. So Elmer, and of course Nino, and could put myself here, and Abby, and of course the other members goes in. And then you just have to create task. There you go. So when you have made the SEO team board, you'd be able to, you'd be seeing this. It says create sections. So you can go ahead and create the sections. I'm I'm not really too familiar with SEO, but eventually when I start seeing the task that you're creating and also the sections that you are making, then most likely I'd be able to have a better understanding of what exactly you're doing. So let's see. Let's for example, creating backlinks. So I would need you to properly strategize on how you're going to be creating the sections, and but just to show you. So creating backlinks, backlinks, and there you go. So backlinks. I've created that. You just simply hit an enter, and then you'd be able to see the plus sign there because you are now allowed to create the task. So if, for example, I would again put create backlinks, and then I would, of course, put the job description need to be done today, or for Smiles Dental. Okay. It really depends on how you're going to do it, but let's see. So SEO team, choose section. So you have creating backlinks. There's two of them. That's the section. Remember that we created a section earlier. So if you're going to create another section, it's going to be appearing here. But since we only have one, you click on that, and of course you assign it to anybody. Like for example, I'm going to be assigning it to Elmer. So due date is, let's take a look today. Reminder, not necessary. Hi, if you need to have it finished today. And of course you create it. And there you go. So I have already assigned a task for Elmer. And of course I close that and it goes there. Okay, so it really depends on how you're going to divide the sections. It's either you divide the sections per client. So the sections would be like Smiles Dental, Hill Spinal, My Boss, Thermal Freeze. So you just have to add and continuously add the sections depending on how you strategize and how you're actually doing it. Because I'm gonna be again probably educated on what you are exactly doing when I start seeing what is on your board. So if you're going to be creating your board, make sure to add me so I would be able to properly track what's happening on your end. So it's just we just need to properly communicate with each other and use the right tools to make it happen. Now, so we have already created that. Now, if you're wondering why does it look like this, you can actually change the view. So if, for example, you want it on list view, it's going to look like this. If you want it on calendar view, it's going to look like this. So this is going to be helpful if you want to schedule times, or if you want to schedule tasks ahead of time, you can do that. And then we have priority view. Of course, that's high. So that's there. And then we have due date view. You'd be able to see the due date today, overdue, no due date. And if you want to check out the status view, which is what I'm comfortable with. So you have started, in progress, for review, and completed, as I've shown you earlier. And you also have assigning view. So that is assigned to Elmer. And as you can see, Rachel is here, I'm here, Nino's here, and Abby's there. So that's how it goes. And so you just have to create your boards, team leaders, and add your team members. Make sure to add your team members. If they're not added there, you won't be able to assign any task to them. So make sure to be guided accordingly. If you have any questions, you may ping me. Now, I still got some time, so let me just go briefly on this. As I've mentioned, we'll be trying to veer away from Skype, so we'll be doing a lot of our communication here in Zoho. You can also make calls here. So if, for example, I put the cursor on top of Miladen's name, if you look at this, start chat, so I can be able to chat with Miladen and then say hi. So just like Facebook, right? And if I want to call him, I can also do that. There you go. So click allow to make a call. I don't want to. So let me close that. And then I can also start a video chat. So it's just like Skype. Now, if you can see, there are 17 members. There's a total of 17 people in Zoho Connect. So make sure that all 17 is populated in the company wall. If not, you have to click on it, click on those members, and then refresh your screen, because sometimes you would need to do that, so the system would put all of the members in that field. Now, I think that's about it. I covered the task and also how to chat. You can, of course, here in the company wall, you have already tested it. You have made some announcement here and have started some conversation, so that's fine. Okay, so I think that's about it for this tutorial. If you have any questions, you may ask me, and I'll be happy to walk you through. Thank you. Bye.